Hey guys, so today we're going to be speaking about sectioning for highlights. Now we're going to do a technique that I like to call the fake full head of highlights. Now these are for people who don't necessarily have the time or maybe the financial income to provide themselves with the luxury of a full head of highlights but still want to get that word that they're sculpting their face, and then if they put their hair up they have some highlights back there. So getting right into this, I just want to remind everybody that we are in quarantine right now, which means I'm working with exactly what I have, no more, no less. I am not ordering anything extra, which means things like my hair clips don't match right now. We're going to start by parting our model directly down the middle. Is use open book sectioning to split her straight down the middle. And as I'm doing that, I'm laying my comb directly on her scalp and pulling it back, keeping it all the way down. That way I don't scratch her. And now I'm going to be making a mohawk section back from about the outside corners of the eyes to right back behind the crown of the head. And I'm going from the outside left corner of the eye, taking half of that, and the outside right corner of the eye. So what we're doing is we're creating a mohawk section. And this section is going to go just past the crown. Keeping in mind that there are so many different ways to section for highlights to get different really cool, really rad effects. And that this is just one of many. More than anything else, sectioning that is clean and effective to work with is going to be your best bet. Note that I did put a paper towel in my mannequin's neck. This was to ensure that she stays on the stand as I'm doing this for you. So you got one section there. We're now going to do two equal sections on the sides. From the ears back to where that directly behind the crown mohawk section is ending, to right about where that crown is, that end of the mohawk section is. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Of course, if this was a client that wore a side part or bangs, you can change this up a little bit. If this was an asymmetrical haircut, you could do this on an asymmetrical angle. This is a good section to do if your client parts directly down the middle or changes their part. Now this is going to look really cool when they change their part, because the different ways you flip it, you're going to see more or less blonde. And then as far as the back goes, I'm going straight down the back. So now, as we're doing this in our 5 sections, again, this is a fake full head of highlights. Where you could highlight this entire head section this way, what we're going to do is go straight across down the mohawk for our highlights here. Do the full mohawk. On the side, we're going to go right in the hairline on a diagonal. Depending on the thickness and how many we want, I generally put 2 to 4 foils there. Someone who doesn't want to have to keep up with roots, I would skip doing the actual hairline in there, and I'm going to show you how we do that. And as far as the back goes, I personally do 2 to 4 again on an angle back here. And that's only going to be for when the person puts their hair up. These sections are going to be completely covered with everything else, and I'll show you a finished product when we can. And at this point, you would mix your solution and go right in. So now that I've shown you how I like to section for my highlights, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight these mannequins, and you can come back and follow me with our next video of the difference between slicing and weaving and how to apply these highlights. Thanks so much. Have a good one.